Alvin, we always talk about the physical workload that you're prepared for. What do you do physically in the off season to get ready for the workload you have? Because I think these last 4 games is probably the most touches you've had in a 4 game stretch.
Yeah, my off season is harder than the season. So I mean, in the off season I prepare like I prepare for hell. You know what I'm saying? Even though, the season is more controlled, I try to put my body through, the most stress that I just try to put my body through a lot of stress in the off season. I mean, I get up at 4:30 in the morning. I'm working with Andrew Swayze. I'm working with, Hector down at Infinity Institute in Miami. I'm working with Dr. Reef. Like I'm just doing all the things to prepare my body to, go to war every week for 18, 19 weeks, 20 weeks. So, man, I mean, I'm ready for the load. I think I always say it, like, I'm not worried about a load. I'll take as much as they give me.
These last few weeks, you guys have gotten accustomed to playing without Mike. Now Mike's not going to be here, for sure. Does that place any extra thing on you? Or?
Nah, I mean, it just, I hate that it's, I'll speak to Mike for a second because I was kind of thinking about that earlier. It just sucks, to have a player of that caliber, an elite player that, obviously works hard and is passionate about the game that just kind of got hit with some unlucky things, and I just saw a couple comments like in the media about him, basically like you can't trust him or, he's not being honest about his injury. Like, why is he waiting till now to be ruled out? And like, man, nobody knows what we go through in here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, the masses just see Sunday. It's a lot that we got to go through. So a player like that that's fighting to get back not only for his team but for the fans and for this city and for people to be talking, it's just like it irks my soul to see that because I mean injuries. We don't nobody's in here like let me get injured and not play and just get paid. Like we get paid to play obviously and we want to be available, but when you can't do it, like nobody. It's certain things you got to be smart about. So, he's not going to ruin the rest of his career for, right now. I mean, obviously he has something that he has to attend to and there's attention on it and he has to fix it so it doesn't get any worse and it doesn't, mess his career up, later down the road. So that was just, I wanted to say that because, Mike, I mean, out of anybody in this locker room, he one of them dudes that's fighting to be on the field. And I mean, he even wanted to play still, knowing that he had to do that and fix his foot and be out for the season. With that being that severe, he was still he was trying to play last week, and I'm like, man, if you can't go, you can't go. And he's like, man, I might be back, but it's whenever we can get him back. Obviously he's done for this season, but hopefully next season we can get him back. But to answer your question, I don't think it puts any extra. I think there's guys that are gonna step up and do what they have to do to fill that void.
Sorry. The Ravens obviously add Roquan Smith to the mix this week. You faced him several times. What kind of challenges does he present?
I mean, he's smart. He's athletic. I think he can read and diagnose quickly and make plays. A lot of guys can think it, but a lot of guys can't make their body do it. I think he can make some plays that you don't see a lot of guys make. So I think that's a good add for them. And then obviously a good. I'm sure he's probably happy to be there.
You talk about the challenges of not having Michael Thomas, but not having Mark now and carrying that load. What's that going to be like for you this season?
Yeah, same thing. I mean, with Mark, it's another guy that it's just it sucks that he got hurt. He's fighting right now to get back in, his injury. I've talked to him about it, and he's confident he can get back. But I don't think, we got capable guys. We got Jordan Howard that's been here for a couple weeks now and smart can has kind of cotton on to the offense, and he's gonna get some play. We got Dwayne Washington that has been here that I root for every week, and he's gonna get his opportunity to play. So, guys are gonna step up and do what they got to do. Injuries happen every year.
When you're running the choice routes, like what are some of the things you're reading on the field? Like what's the process you're kind of going through, like mentally? Doing that.
I'm really from the jump. I'm just looking in front of me, and I'm just understanding that it's a personal understanding that I don't feel like anybody can guard me. That's in front of me. So I mean. That's all I got to say about that. I just don't think anybody can guard me.
Why do you feel that way?
Because I'm the best.
I mean, is there like a level of intuition for those?
Yeah, it is. I'll answer the question, but to be serious this time. But I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of film work that goes into that, and then just a lot of understanding. I think me and Andy have got some chemistry too, and he's understanding how I'm seeing things. I'm understanding how he's seeing things. So those choice routes that I ran on Sunday. On Sunday, it's kind of easy to get lost in those because I have an end that I'm realizing that's trying to, basically knock me out of the concept because he's trying to butch me, what we call it. So he's trying to hit me to knock off the timing. So him jumping out and trying to butch me, I'm already analyzing that, and I'm just slipping up under him. And at that point, the person that actually has me, man, he's in a dilemma because he's expecting me to go outside to beat the butch, but I'm not. So, I'm just breaking the route off early and just kind of turn it into a quick slant, knowing that there's nobody in the middle of the field. They don't have a defender there playing a shell. So, I mean, it's easy pickings for me.
Alvin, when it comes
We've got
to
time for one more.
when it comes to just running up the middle, goal line, wherever you are, how much improvement have you seen? Heard a few people talk about Cesar Ruiz just from last year. This year.
I think he was good last year. You know what I'm saying? I think you see a guy that can play up and down the line and kind of was doing that and was, sometimes might have been playing out of position, but still kind of going out there, giving his all and doing what he had to do. But I think he takes pride in his performance. This offseason, he did what he had to do to get his body right, work on understanding the game more. The longer we play in this league, the more savvy you get, the more understanding you get, not just about your body, not just about the game, but just about, like the overall like process, what it takes to be good in this league. So I think he, more than anything, I think he understands that. So now it's easy to him. He be talking to me like, man, they can't hold me, they can't mess with me. So, he got that confidence, like he kind of got a swagger about himself that, lets him go out there and perform like that.